She was running from heartbreak. He was searching for peace. In a quiet seaside town, two lost souls found each other under the light of the moon. But was it fate, or something more? Let us take you on a journey of love, healing, and second chances. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple. The colors blended seamlessly, creating a canvas that seemed almost otherworldly. It was as if the heavens themselves were putting on a show, a daily reminder of the beauty that exists in the world. It was a breathtaking spectacle, a daily masterpiece that never failed to inspire awe. Each sunset was unique, a fleeting moment of perfection that could never be replicated. The twilight sky, with its stunning array of colors, cast a serene glow over the tranquil sea, making everything seem magical. The small seaside town of Havenwood basked in the warm glow of twilight. The buildings, with their quaint architecture, seemed to come alive in the soft light. The streets, usually quiet, were now filled with a gentle hum of activity as the townsfolk went about their evening routines. Gentle waves whispered secrets to the shore, their rhythmic dance a soothing melody. The sound of the waves was a constant companion, a reminder of the ever-present ocean. It was a sound that brought comfort to the residents of Havenwood, a lullaby that eased their minds and souls. The salty air carried the scent of brine and the faint sweetness of honeysuckle, a heady combination that spoke of peace and tranquility. The breeze, gentle and cool, played with the leaves and flowers, creating a symphony of rustling sounds that added to the town's charm. Havenwood was a place where time seemed to move a little slower. The hustle and bustle of modern life felt like a distant memory here. People took their time, savoring each moment, appreciating the simple pleasures that life had to offer. Its inhabitants, with their weathered faces and warm smiles, were known for their kindness and their unwavering connection to the sea. They were a close-knit community, always ready to lend a helping hand or share a story. Their lives were intertwined with the ocean, and they took pride in their heritage. Life here was simple, a far cry from the hustle and bustle of the city. There were no towering skyscrapers or blaring car horns, just the gentle sounds of nature and the laughter of children playing in the streets. It was a place where one could truly relax and find peace. It was a place where one could escape the noise and chaos of the world, a sanctuary for the weary soul. The serene coastal retreat offered a chance to reconnect with nature and oneself. It was a place of healing, where the worries of the world seemed to melt away. The heart of Havenwood was its sturdy, white-painted lighthouse. This iconic structure stood as a symbol of hope and resilience. It was a beacon that had guided countless sailors safely to shore, its light a comforting presence in the darkest of nights. Standing tall and proud on a rocky promontory, it had been a beacon of hope for generations of sailors, guiding them safely home through the darkest of storms. The lighthouse keeper, a revered figure in the town, took great pride in maintaining the light, ensuring it never faltered. Its beam, a reassuring presence, swept across the water, a silent guardian of the coast. The light cut through the darkness, a steadfast guide for those navigating the treacherous waters. It was a symbol of safety and home, a promise that no matter how rough the seas, there was always a way back. Havenwood, under the watchful eye of its lighthouse, was a place of quiet beauty, a haven for those seeking solace and a chance to begin again. The town, with its picturesque scenery and warm community, offered a fresh start for anyone in need. It was a place where dreams could be reborn and new stories could begin. Ava wandered along the shore, her bare feet sinking into the cool sand. The rhythmic crash of the waves, a constant in her life, brought a sense of calm to her troubled heart. The salty air, tinged with the scent of seaweed and the faintest hint of jasmine, filled her lungs, reminding her that she was alive, that she could breathe again. She had come to Havenwood seeking solace, a refuge from the storm that had engulfed her life. Heartbreak, like a rogue wave, had crashed over her, leaving her lost and adrift. The life she had carefully built, the dreams she had dared to dream, lay shattered at her feet. The lighthouse, with its steady beam cutting through the gathering darkness, had become her sanctuary. Each night she would climb its winding stairs, drawn to its height to the panoramic view of the endless ocean it offered. Up there, above the world, she felt a sense of peace, a connection to something larger than herself. Havenwood, with its slow rhythm and gentle beauty, was slowly working its magic on her wounded spirit. The kindness of its people, their genuine warmth, was a balm to her soul, Each sunrise brought with it a glimmer of hope, a promise of healing. Caleb arrived in Havenwood as the last rays of sunlight faded, his sleek car a stark contrast to the weathered pickup trucks that lined the main street. The town seemed to welcome him with open arms, its charm evident in the warm glow of the streetlights and the friendly nods of the locals. The air, thick with the scent of salt and sea, filled his lungs, a welcome change from the exhaust fumes of the city he had left behind. Each breath felt like a cleansing ritual, washing away the remnants of his urban existence. His life, a whirlwind of board meetings, deadlines, and endless ambition, had finally caught up with him. The constant hustle and bustle, the ceaseless noise, had worn him down, leaving him a shadow of the man he once was. The constant pressure, the relentless pursuit of success, had left him feeling empty, burnt out. He had been running on fumes, pushing himself to the brink, and now he was paying the price. He had come to Havenwood seeking respite, a temporary escape from the demands of his high-pressure life. The town, with its serene landscapes and unhurried pace, seemed like the perfect antidote to his frenzied existence. His phone, a constant reminder of the world he had left behind, remained switched off, its silence both unnerving and liberating. For the first time in years, he felt disconnected from the relentless demands of his career. Here, in this quiet seaside town, he hoped to find a moment of peace, a chance to reconnect with himself. The simplicity of the place, the absence of distractions, offered him a rare opportunity to reflect and rejuvenate. The rhythmic crash of the waves, the gentle sway of the trees in the evening breeze, the distant cry of gulls, these were the sounds that filled the silence, a soothing balm to his frayed nerves. Each sound seemed to whisper a promise of tranquility, a reminder that life could be simple and beautiful. As he walked along the beach, his shoes sinking into the cool sand, he felt a sense of calm wash over him, a feeling he hadn't realized he had been craving. The sensation of the sand between his toes, the cool breeze on his face, all contributed to a growing sense of peace. Havenwood, with its unhurried pace and simple pleasures, offered a stark contrast to the life he had left behind. The town's charm lay in its simplicity, in the way it encouraged him to slow down and appreciate the little things. It was a place where he could shed the weight of expectations, where he could simply be. The freedom to be himself, without the constant pressure to perform, was a luxury he had almost forgotten, and in that simplicity, he hoped to find a way to breathe again. The town's quiet beauty, its gentle rhythms, offered him a chance to heal, to rediscover the joy of living in the moment. Here, in Havenwood, he felt a glimmer of hope, a promise of renewal. The moon, a silver crescent in the night sky, cast long shadows across the beach. Its ethereal glow bathed the sands in a soft silvery light, creating an almost magical atmosphere. The stars twinkled like distant diamonds, adding to the serene beauty of the night. Ava, lost in thought, walked along the water's edge, the cool sand soft beneath her feet. Each step she took was deliberate, as if she were trying to ground herself in the present moment, to find solace in the rhythmic motion of her walk. The gentle lapping of the waves against the shore provided a soothing soundtrack to her contemplations. The rhythmic roar of the ocean, a constant companion, filled the air, its symphony both calming and exhilarating. The waves danced under the moonlight, their crests catching the silvery light and sparkling like liquid stars. The ocean's vastness seemed to mirror the depth of Ava's thoughts, endless and profound. She paused, her gaze drawn to a figure silhouetted against the moonlit waves. The figure stood still, almost blending into the night, yet there was something about his presence that captivated her. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them both to this exact moment in time. He stood at the water's edge, his back to her, his shoulders slumped as if carrying the weight of the world. The posture spoke of a heavy heart, of burdens unseen but deeply felt. The moonlight cast a gentle glow on his figure, highlighting the contours of his solitude. Caleb, drawn by the serenity of the moonlit beach, had been lost in his own thoughts. The tranquility of the night offered him a rare moment of peace, a chance to reflect on the complexities of his life. The gentle sound of the waves provided a backdrop to his introspection, a reminder of the world's enduring beauty. The gentle breeze carried the faint scent of jasmine, a sweet counterpoint to the salty tang of the air. It was a delicate fragrance, one that evoked memories of simpler times, of moments filled with joy and laughter. The night was alive with subtle sensations, each one adding to the tapestry of the experience. He turned, startled by a soft sound, and found himself gazing into the eyes of a woman he had never met, yet felt inexplicably drawn to. Her presence was like a beacon in the night, a source of light in his darkness. There was an unspoken understanding between them, a recognition of shared solitude. Their eyes met, a silent acknowledgement of their shared solitude. In that moment, words were unnecessary. Their gazes conveyed a depth of emotion that transcended language. It was as if they had known each other in another life, their souls reconnecting under the watchful gaze of the moon. Ava, caught off guard, felt a flutter of something unexpected, a spark of warmth in the depths of her sadness. It was a feeling she hadn't experienced in a long time, a glimmer of hope that perhaps she wasn't as alone as she had thought. The night, with all its mysteries, seemed to hold a promise of new beginnings. Caleb, lost in the depths of her clear blue eyes, felt a sense of peace he hadn't realized he'd been missing. Her gaze was like a balm to his weary soul, offering comfort and understanding. In her eyes, he saw a reflection of his own struggles, and it brought him a sense of connection he had longed for. A shy smile touched Ava's lips, a beacon of light in the darkness. It was a small gesture, but it spoke volumes. It was an invitation, a tentative step towards bridging the gap between their lonely hearts. The moonlight illuminated her smile, making it seem even more radiant. Caleb, his heart beating a little faster, offered a hesitant smile in return. It was a moment of vulnerability, a silent admission that he too was seeking connection. The night, with all its quiet beauty, seemed to encourage this exchange, to nurture the fragile bond forming between them. In that brief, silent exchange, beneath the watchful gaze of the moon, a connection was forged, tentative yet undeniable. It was a moment suspended in time, where the past and future seemed to fade away, leaving only the present. The night held its breath, as if acknowledging the significance of their meeting. It was the beginning, however unexpected, of a shared journey, a whisper of hope in the stillness of the night. The beach, with its timeless beauty, became the backdrop for their unfolding story. Under the moon's gentle light, they took the first steps towards a future intertwined, their paths converging in the quiet magic of the night.